Hi everyone, it's Rebecca with linkinglewiscounty.com, and on today's episode of Hear All About It, we have Laurie Halladay. Welcome, Laurie.
Thank you.
Laurie, you're here to talk about a great event that's going on in your area. Why don't you start by telling us what it is?
Oh yes. We are going to have an event at the Railway Historical Society in Croghan, New York at the Croghan Depot. So if you know where Wishy's is, we're tucked right behind that.
Yes.
You're going to be able to ride on the Laurie River Railroad with us. You're going to ride on a 1945 Kalamazoo speeder car. What's a speeder car? Aha! A speeder car is the maintenance cars that the drivers used to use back when the railroads needed any maintenance done.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're going to feel the wind going through your hair, and you're going to think you're a railroad worker. It's $5 individual to a family donation with a free tour of our historic depot.
And we should mention that $10 for the family, that includes whether you're a family of 4 or a family of 14.
Correct, yes. And
Which is
it's going
excellent.
to be on September 24th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay. So, with the price of the ride, you mentioned that you get a tour of the depot. Can you describe some things that people will see while they're in there?
Yes. Croghan had 2 fires, but the Croghan Depot did not burn, so it's one of the oldest buildings we have in town. So once you walk into the depot, this is all authentic, all original. You're going to get your ticket, you'll walk into the ticket office. For the little kids, I have them guess different things as they go through. There's a little hole with keys. I tell them, feel in the keys, see what you think it might be. No, we have all sorts of guesses. I said, remember, you're by the ticket window. You need money to purchase a ticket. What do you think it is? And it's the cash registers. It's their authentic cash registers, so we pull it out. We have the old teletype. We have train order hoops, which are a way of contacting the train if they had no way of contacting it by radio or anything like that. They would type up the orders, stick them on the train hoop. Gentleman would stand by the tracks. Engineer come with a pole, hooks those orders, and you know what to do from there. Then you go into the
So it's almost like the original text messaging.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Then the larger bay where we have a model train. Then the train simulator where the kids can actually think like they're driving a real model train.
Okay, so there's definitely things to do in the depot while you're waiting for your turn to ride.
Absolutely.
How long approximately do you think the ride itself lasts?
About a half an hour.
Okay. And what are some of the things people are going to see when they're... It's an open air car, we should mention, so beautiful scenery, I'm sure.
Yes.
What are some things that people will see when they're taking that ride?
You're going to start off the depot. I'll start by giving you a little history of the town.
Okay.
Then I'll send you on your way with different points of interest to see. They get to be the flaggers at the crossing, look both ways to see if traffic is going, so each side has to do that. You're going to sit and look in the distance. You're going to see our fully working turntable.
Okay.
But you need a turntable to turn the engines around to go which direction you want to go. You're going to see our engine house.
Okay.
On the turntable will be a couple of rail bikes, pedal rail bikes, which Railstar Corporation owns.
Okay.
And he has 30 of them actually. He owns the depot here and level. And once you go down through a little ways farther, you're going to see the cement base to your right of the rail. And that's the water tank where that used to sit for our steam engines. And then you go down a little bit farther, you're going to see beautiful pine trees. You're going to see corn. You're going to see fields. Then you're going to come to where the 2 rivers meet. We have the Black and the Beaver. They meet. And you look off to the right, you're going to see a beautiful little tiny waterfall. It's a gorgeous spot. So there'll be picture taking opportunity there,
okay,
for sure. Then you go down a little bit farther, then it opens up back up into the field, and you're going behind Beaver Falls Medical Center, and you come out to 126, then you make the whole journey back through. So those are some of the things you're going to see, along with my boss brought his trolley down.
Okay.
It's a 15-passenger motorized trolley.
Okay.
That'll be sitting there. That is so cool to see.
And will people be able to get up in there and sit in it, or
yeah.
just, okay?
They'll be able to take pictures.
Okay.
And our 1918 steam locomotive HAAI will be out on site. The HAAIs are the brute horse of the logging industry is what they are.
Okay.
It does run. It just needs some boiler restoration and grants and things like that there too.
Sure.
And if I'm not really busy, which we hope we are very, very busy,
right, sure,
go upstairs. You get to see something that people don't normally get to see.
Which
it's a work in progress.
Sure, and I mentioned to you earlier, I had no idea there was even an upstairs to the depot. So tell the people what was upstairs.
That's where the station agent, his wife, and 4 kids lived in that tiny apartment. It was just storage. They said, well, if you want to turn an apartment, go for it. So they did. And it's so neat up there. We actually have a railroad library, ledgers back to 1893. And we want to refurbish it back to looking like it still looked like in the 1940s.
Okay.
And in fact, The station agent's wife is still alive, and she just came to visit us on our last ride day.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, so we're looking for grants and help to get that done too.
Right, so we should mention that. That's how programs like this are funded, through grants, but also from the donations and people coming to the depot and buying tickets and visiting. So you want as much traffic as you can through there and to raise these funds. I imagine it's something that's not just for little kids, it's for all ages.
It is.
For anyone that likes to be out in nature, train ride, history. We should mention this is, you have another one coming up in October, but this is something that you do every year?
Every
for
year.
a season?
This is one of our major fundraisers that we do because we're a non-for-profit 501c3.
Okay.
So any donations can be taken off their taxes too. We don't want to forget to mention that. But yes, this is something we do from May through to October. And there's a chicken barbecue too, so you don't even have to cook or do the dishes.
Okay, great. So in September there's a chicken barbecue on this day as well?
Too.
Okay,
Yes.
and let's mention, so again, the date and times for this?
It's September 24th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. $5 individual, 10 a family donation with a free tour of the museum. And chicken is $8 a half.
Okay.
And there's also another project too, an 1898 Rutland car. So if you're over by Laurel Farmers Co-op, check it out. It's being repainted. It's gorgeous.
Excellent.
And we're looking for donations too.
Perfect. So again, this is in September. The last one is going to be in what date in October?
October 15th.
Okay. Well, we wish you great success.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Keep us posted anytime you guys have events. It's a nice little area over there in Croghan, lots to do, and it's a great place to visit. So we wish you luck on your event.
Well, thank you very much. It's important to know what our ancestors did to get us here today.
Absolutely.
To keep that preservation work alive for future generations. That's what we're about.
That's right. Thank you, Laurie, very much.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.